Hi there gamers, this is Mike from the Talking to the Mike show, here to talk about a classic board game, Monopoly. Monopoly is the original cutthroat game where families came together happily to battle at the end. Monopoly is a Hasbro game designed for players ages 8 and up and for 2 to 6 players. It is a game of fast building property trading, which you do a lot of in this game. To start this game, you will get 2 white dice. You roll them and then go the amount of spaces rolled. So for example, if you rolled this, you would go 5 spaces. Then you would stop on the 5th space, which is a railroad, and you could either buy it, you can auction it off, or if someone else has already bought it, you have to pay them. You continue around the board purchasing properties, buying houses, buying hotels, passing go to collect $200, avoiding the go to jail spaces and any opponent spaces, building up your properties until you have your own Monopoly. If you roll doubles, like you get snake eyes or 2 2s, things like that, then you get to take another turn. And you can do that 2 times and be safe. You can basically have 3 turns as long as you roll doubles twice. But if you roll doubles 3 times in the same turn, you go directly into jail on that 3rd roll. And the only way out of jail is to either pay $50 bail or sit in jail and try to roll another double. I mean, you've already rolled 3 doubles, what's one more going to hurt you? The goal of the game is to bankrupt all the other players and be the last man standing with a high rolling Monopoly. Once you have all of one color, for example, the dark blue, the high pricing places, Boardwalk and Park Place, then the fees start going up. Instead of $35 for rent, each of these properties doubles and you have to pay $70 rent if you land on them. Also, when you have all of one color, you can start building houses, which each card tells you how much they would cost. On these properties, they would cost $200 to build each house, and you have to build them evenly, so you can only put 1 at a time on each property. For example, if you put 1 on Park Place, you'd have to now put 1 on Boardwalk. You couldn't put it on Park Place again. And then continue until you have 4 houses. Once you have 4 houses on each of these, you can purchase a hotel, also for $200, and make it insanely profitable on this property. So if someone lands on Boardwalk, they owe you $50, which is nearly nothing. But then, if you've built up enough to get the hotel on Boardwalk and someone lands there, they have the poor misfortune of having to pay $2,000. Whew, that escalated quickly. It's a lot of money considering you only start the game with a mere $1,500. Other properties that you can have are like these utilities here. Their special feature is that if you only own 1 utility and someone lands on it, whatever they rolled, they have to double it by 4 and pay you that amount. So if they rolled a 10 and they have to pay times 4 on landing here, that means they owe you $40. But if you have both of these properties together, that'll multiply it by 10. So if they rolled a 10, they're now having to pay you $100. These properties are gold. The railroads are some of the best properties to own in this game because there's only 4 of them. They're extremely cheap. They're each $200 to purchase. And when you have all 4 of them, you can't put houses or hotels on them, but whoever lands on any of your railroads will have to pay you $200. When you run out of money because your opponents are really good at this game and taking your money, then the next up that you would have to do is mortgage your property by flipping it over, and you would collect from the bank the amount mortgaged. Now, in order for this property to be used again, you'd have to unmortgage it, which would cost more. But this would help you in the short run. The only time to mortgage a property is when you're losing all your money real quick. But then you should probably think of trading some things to build up your Monopoly because you're gonna lose if you're mortgaging things. Community Chest and Chance cards are random cards that will either help you in this game or destroy you. You could win a beauty pageant and get some money from the bank. You could have your birthday and everyone has to pay you some money. Or you could go directly to jail. Anything could happen in these cards. On the board, which the board is very well crafted, see? It has 4 corners, and each one of the 4 corners does a very special thing. For example, this one is go directly to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, go to jail, you are a bad person. This one is the go space. This is where if you pass this or you land on it, you'll get $200 and be able to continue in the game. This one is just visiting the jail one. So if you're in jail, you're right there in the bars. And if you just land on this spot, you're visiting, which is where me and my friends like to tease the people that are inside the bars, laugh at them. They did wrong, it's their fault. And then you've got free parking, which does nothing unless you're playing a game in which you get free money off of free parking, which is a cheat rule and makes the game a lot longer. And this game's already pretty long, so don't do that. So pick your piece. I'm the car. I'm always the car. And get to the go space, the start, and get to playing, because it's a lot of fun. So the pros and cons of the classic Monopoly. Pros, the pieces, the pawns, the tokens, the homes, the hotels are all very well made. They hold up, they're highly durable. They're a lot of the reason I really like this game is because of how well those pieces are designed. The gameplay is also really cool and interesting because this is the game where you get to barter and trade properties. The cards hold a lot of detail for what you need in this game. They show the prices for the hotels, they show the prices for if you mortgage it, they show how much rent is. It's really well detailed on that little card that you get. And it's educational. It teaches counting, it teaches bartering. It teaches some skills that they don't really teach you in school anymore. Education, get some. Cons. The paper money is extremely thin and breakable. You could get it wet, soda, water, anything that you bring to the table will destroy this paper money. This game's an all-nighter. Oh, you thought you were gonna play other games tonight? Well, forget that. Monopoly is all tonight and all tomorrow morning. Get ready to spend a lot of time complaining about the game. This game invented rage quitting. Look, if you're getting mad because you're playing a board game and losing, count to 10. Or go do something else. Stop playing board games. It's just a game. And another con is everyone knows that you can just hang out in jail and get by. To me, that's a cheat. I know the game didn't intend for people to do it, but it's a cheat to hang out in jail while other people are losing all their money. With the pros and cons together, we can calculate this and see the results for what this game brings to the table. Monopoly, tried and true, holds out as a comfy breeze. And it makes perfect sense that a game so iconic would not be terrible and would not be perfect. It would be somewhere right in the middle so that everyone could play it for the years to go, which is why this game has lasted as long as it has. And most people know how to play it. It's the go-to game. If you want to play a game without telling people a whole lot of rules, this is where you go. And if you're one of those few people that has never played Monopoly in your life, well, get on over here. We'll play all night long just to get you on board. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching the game review of Monopoly, the classic version. Our next video will review the Monopoly with the speed die. It's a newer version of the game that talks about the speed die. So we'll see if that helps with the tally and see if it raises the bar or not. If you like this review in my channel, please subscribe, like, share this video, and leave a comment. Tell me what games I should do next time. Or if you just want to talk to me in the comments, feel free to do so. All right, well, that's my time. Ciao.